Hi you guys and welcome to my channel. So today we're going to do my Nectar Bloom candle. As you can see, I got some molds here which we're going to use. We're going to do some different colors and we're going to use this vessel. This vessel I've casted myself. I did that out of plaster of Paris. I didn't seal this vessel yet, which is very important because plaster of Paris does suck up everything. So if you put some wax in there and you don't seal it with a varnish like this one here, you're basically, when you light the candle, you're going to see wax coming out of the sides here. Okay, so for that we're also going to use a cherry wood wick. I think they are so nice and they just give a really nice cozy ambience with the crackling sound, especially if you light it up. Yeah, so if we just can start coating our vessel here with some varnish. Just gonna give that a little bit of a shake. And we're going to coat it 3 times. We want to make sure that everything is coated well. I'm just gonna add a bit in there. And then I'm just gonna, oh, that was the closed one. I'm just gonna grab the open one. Okay guys, so last shake. There we go. Just gonna dump a little bit in there. And just kind of spread that out. As you can see, it does absorb a little bit of it at the first layer. So you want to really give it a few times. It won't cover everything. Just by one layer here. I do it on the inside and on the outside, you guys. Most important is the inside, but still, I kind of choose to do both. I do have videos where I'm casting, if you'd like to see how that's done. You can find them on my channel. We're just going to leave this dry, and if you want to speed up the process, you just take your heat gun, just heat it up a bit, and then you can apply the next coat. Now I'm just going to do the sides here quickly. I'm not going to apply this 3 times on camera, you guys. I'm just going to do that off camera. And there we go. So we're just gonna put this to the side. Let's just leave it here. On the side here. And there we go. So let's do some coloring here. I'm just going to start with doing a little bit of yellow here. I have some soy pillow wax. Not much, just a little bit, because we just want to do a center of the flower. So I'm just going to melt this up. And then we're going to use these gorgeous yellow granules. I'm going to heat it up over a bain-marie, and I'm going to do that to approximately 165 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 73 degrees Celsius. Now wax has melted. Very little, not much here. Just going to add my granules. I want it to be quite yellow, so just going to add some gradually here, because we don't have much wax in here. Just gonna give it a bit. I'm just gonna grab my color palette. Just want to test out the color just to see how it looks. That's really great. That's a nice yellow, so we can go ahead. if your wax does set a bit in the pot, you can always put it over the bain-marie and you can start again, because it does set quite fast, especially when there isn't much of wax in the pot. So let's just grabbing my little pencil here, a little brush. I'm just going to start with the center of these flowers here. You can already see that the wax is setting. So I'm gonna have to put that over bain-marie just a little bit. Okay, so here we are. Just applying double layer just to make sure that it's well covered. And there we go. Now let's start with the next color. Okay, so I've got my pot here and I've got a bit of purple. Now this color is a little bit too strong. I want to lighten it up, so I'm just going to add a bit more of soy pillow wax. There we go. I'm just gonna add a little bit just to lighten it up the color, as we want a bit lighter color. There we go. And I'm just going to melt it again to 73 degrees Celsius, which is 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Perfect. So now I've melted it. Now let's just pour into these two molds here. I'm just gonna leave it to cool down just a little bit, and then we can top it just at the center, just to strengthen the actual flower, because it might break on us if we don't do that. So that tip top here, we're going to pour some more over in a minute. Now we're just going to grab some white soy pillow wax here. We're not gonna need much, so I'm just gonna melt just a tiny bit, because we're just gonna need this for this flower and these two flowers here. I'm going to melt that again, 73 degrees Celsius and 165 degrees Fahrenheit. So now we got the white wax melted here. So I'm just going to grab these. Let's just pour that in. Just making double of them. There we go. And this flower as well. Perfect. So now we're going to melt a blue color. I've already prepared the blue, so I'm just going to melt that, and I'm going to melt that at the same degrees, 73 degrees Celsius and 165 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, you guys, so while we're waiting for the blue wax to melt, we're just going to top up here with the purple, just to strengthen the back here a bit. There we go. Okay, so this is great. I just melted up some blue wax here in my little pot here. I find it so convenient, this one. Let's just pour the blue wax in here. I always like to top up the molds a little bit more over the top here, because the wax is going to contract in the mold. I always add a little bit extra to that. There we go. Okay, perfect. So now we're just going to leave these things to set properly, and then we're going to demold them. Okay, you guys, so I applied the last coat here. You can see it's still very shiny. What you can do, for example, just to make it dry much faster, just take a heat gun. there we go, really. It's a little bit hot. Be careful, don't burn yourself, of course. And it's already pretty much dry. So I'm just gonna leave it here to cool. And then we're just going to prepare my tower here. And here in my tower, I have some coconut soy wax, which is a blend, which I'm going to use just to fill up our tub here. However, let's just put it on first, let that melt, and let this pot cool down first. Okay, you guys, so it's cooled down quite well now. So let's try to attach the wick. Just gonna grab my glue gun here. So add a little bit of glue. Add it to the center. There we go. Perfect, you guys. All right, so now I'm just going to grab my tower here. I'm going to grab my little scale. I want to weigh my wax out, just to tell you guys how much I actually put in here. Great. So in my tower here, my wax is like 60 degrees Celsius, which is 140 degrees Fahrenheit. It's not too hot either, as it is a coconut soy wax, and it's a container wax, of course. So I'm going to pour in 250 grams, which is 8.81 ounces of wax. So let's go ahead and do that. Just checking the top here. The container is almost empty. Let's see if we can get some out of it. I might have to top that up a little bit, you guys. And there's the big bag. So I'm just going to top it up. I'm just going to do it from the top. So take off my lid. Pour that in. Not gonna pour too much. Usually it doesn't take very long to melt, so we can wait just a little bit, you guys. Okay, the wax is ready, so we can pour. So just going to just a little bit more. Just a little bit more. There we go, because it will contract. Perfect. So now we're just going to set this aside. Not going to use this one anymore. We can demold some of these. And we're just going to wait for this one to set properly. Let's check these out. They just go up perfectly. Such a sweet flower. So I made 2 of these, you guys. So we are going to demold this one afterwards as well. Let's do that one. Get a good grip. And these beautiful flowers as well. Gorgeous. So we're just going to need 1 of them. Beautiful. Now let's see with this one. It's a little bit bigger, so I don't want it to set too much either, because I do need to break it up into pieces. wax to be still a little bit soft. Oh, that's gorgeous, you guys. Love the center. So I'm just gonna grab it here. I'm gonna snap it. So we are in 3 here. Perfect. Let's check out this one. All right, you guys. So we're just gonna wait for this one to set a little bit. And once it has set, then we can start decorating our candle. So what I like to do, you guys, first, while we are waiting for the candle to set, is to plan it out. First, I'm just going to add it on a small plate. I'm just going to put them exactly as how I want them to go, especially in the bowl. Then we're going to put this one. Going to add these little cute decorations here. And there we go, it's ready. Okay, you guys, our candle has set now here, as you can see. Let's make arranging. And there we go, you guys. Absolutely gorgeous candle. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you like what I do, and give me a like and a comment and tell me what you think. And yeah, I'll see you next time for the next video. Bye.